Hello, everybody. Welcome back. The finale of the Elite Eight is here between 7 seed Kansas and 1 seed, and an additional tag to it, undefeated Gonzaga. We might have 2 undefeated teams, maybe in the Final Four. But with that said, this Kansas team, how do I put it simply, is playing with a fire under their butts. Ever since they got healthy, they looked like a completely different team. This whole entire March Madness has been theirs for the taking. The only close game that they've been a part of, well, that was when they upset 2 seed UConn in the round of 32. With that said, my goodness, what a game to have to finish out this round and set up the field for Houston. I am your play-by-play commentator, Kamish Zelikov, and once again, Coach Smith is here for the color commentary. Coach, give us a little rundown of both teams as I respond to actually Mrs. Kamish real quick. Tell us what we need to know. Tell us about who your X-Factor players or matchups would be in this case.
Well, to start for Gonzaga, obviously it's Hammer, Caleb Hammer, and the presumptuous #1 overall pick for Gonzaga. He's one of those do-it-all guys. He's a 3-and-D player if you amplified it more than that. But he's really good offensively, really good defensively. Kansas is going to struggle to stop him today. And for Kansas, I'm going to look at Butler, the point guard. I mean, everything runs through the point guard no matter what team you are. And I look to see what he can do today.
I definitely agree. It's going to be very interesting to see that backcourt battle between Gonzaga and Kansas. I mean, like you said, TJ Butler is one to watch, but Kean Watermelon, you got to give him just as much attention. And I'd say even Joe Maxson deserves some. I mean, he's basically he's a tweener between the 3 and the 2. Can really stuff the stat sheet with threes, excuse me. But with Gonzaga, I mean, it's a loaded lineup. Even with DeAndre Markell out for the year since early January, they have been able to sustain their level of success, especially with Connor Adams at the center position, and just the rest of that lineup is nasty. Specifically, Caleb Hammer, who once again has been projected to be the #1 overall draft pick this upcoming NBA draft in the summer. With that said, so much is on the line. And like someone said before, 3 of the 4 Final Four teams from last year can really repeat. We already have 2 of them in Duke and Iowa. The new one being Alabama. Can Kansas pull off the stunner and make their way to the Final Four and make another Cinderella-like run similar to the one that they made a few seasons ago when they fell to Illinois in the national championship? And that was season 9, so 2029. That was a very good team, by the way, with Tyler Knight as the senior captain. He did so much good for that team. And here we are in Mizzou Arena. Oh man, it's really felt like a whole journey. And once again, do not pay attention to that bracket layout. That is not correct. It will be fixed after the Elite Eight. So here we go, starting lineups. Kansas, not particularly super tall, but they got size. But Gonzaga especially, not the tallest, but they got size. So it's like both teams are very similar to each other in that instance, where they look the same, they play the same, and it feels like 2 very identical teams here. But let's get it going. Connor Adams wins the tip for Gonzaga, and here we go. Fellas, I do apologize for the frame rates being a little laggy. I don't know why that's going on. But Gomez Saxa controls the offense. He'll feed it to Archduke Smith. The jumper will go, and Gonzaga gets the starter from the field. Encoding overloaded. Fellas, I never had this issue before when recording or like streaming before, so I don't know. Good feed to Ty Terrell from TJ Butler, and Kansas matches Gonzaga's opening sequence, or opening possession. And now Gomez Saxa directing this offense. Hammer jumper sinks it. Deep 2. Pretty little rainbow leaving that fader jumper. TJ to Maxer. Maxer into Terrell. Now to Watermelon. Watermelon, 3-ball, splash. Good shot right there from Keen Watermelon. You're going to have to watch out for that all game long. Gomez Saxa to DJ Parker. Parker sinks the 2. And we are going to be going up and down this court all night long. I just responded to another text. So, Gomez Saxa to DJ Parker. Parker gets it to go through the contact. And Gonzaga up by 3 early. Now, Coach, knowing that you have coached in the Big 12 the past couple of seasons and knowing this Kansas team, what is it like? Not what is it like. I'd say that's the wrong question to ask. Let me ask this. You've played against this Kansas team multiple times. What seems to be their biggest strength outside of three-point shooting?
I think the ability to facilitate. I think TJ Butler does a good job running the offense. And, when the ball is in his hands, he'll look to score, but he always knows where the open guy is. So that's always a problem when facing Kansas.
I absolutely agree. And they have facilitators all throughout the lineup, honestly. Their depth is very impressive. Connor Adams, deep 2, sinks it. Both teams are hot right now. Goodness gracious. Excuse me. Take a swig of water real quick. Butler, 2, no. Rebounded by Archduke Smith. And here come the Zags. Caleb Hammer to DJ Parker. That was supposed to be for Connor Adams. These teams really got to work on their alley-oops. That was a nice finish by DJ Parker. Really, really nice finish. And TJ Butler was actually kind of fortunate that the ref didn't blow foul on him there. And here's Keen Watermelon. He was sorely missed at the start of the season. And Ty Terrell, that jumper could not go down. But yeah, with him and Terrell, actually, they were both out at the same time, and Kansas was struggling a little bit. They lost the game to Davidson unexpectedly. Granted, Davidson, ended up being a tournament team. But then to add on to it, they then lost to DePaul at home. Oh, good recovery there by Nikolai Zelikov. As Kansas is only down by 1 again. And yeah, just the injuries have played a role in Kansas's, I guess, underwhelming regular season performance. And listen, I know you know how that feels, especially when it comes to not being as high of a seed or having as good of a record as you'd want because of injuries. I mean, you experienced that all of last year, and then this year your team was healthy, so it's one of those things. It's a hard thing to manage, but as long as you make it to the tournament, it's all game, especially if your team is fully healthy. Connor Adams draws a foul on Ty Terrell, and he'll head to the line for free throws. Now, the sophomore from Ohio is filled in nicely for the aforementioned DeAndre Markell. Free throw miss right there by Connor Adams. And actually, Jordan Hightown has done a solid job as well, although Jordan Hightown's not your usual center. You don't usually want a 6'8" guy there at the 5. especially if you're a team of Gonzaga's caliber, but you can get away with it in the WCC. They were able to, even with a very talented San Francisco squad that was assembled by Coach Weiss, who's now unfortunately retired. And Kansas turns the ball over. Kean Watermelon couldn't handle the double coverage. And Gomez Saxon misses the three, and it's rebounded by Nikolai. And here come the Jayhawks. Watermelon. Now, Maxer. Gonna try and set something up. Joe. Maxer. Feeds. Zelikov jumper. Does not go. And recollected by Connor Adams. And there's Coach Killian in the chat, the victor. And it was going to be going to Houston as Archduke Smith has his shot careening off the side of the backboard. And TJ Butler, Zelikov, 3-ball, no. So Kansas, not as good of a start as games prior, but they can get hot at any point. Hammer, DJ Parker, Connor Adams, post moves, ooh, silky smooth from the Ohio boy. As Gonzaga is 8 for 11 from the field to start. And Coach Caden is in the chat. Hello, good to see you, sir. Watermelon from the top of the key to Terrell. Terrell feeds to Watermelon. What a feed. Got it over the heads of that Gonzaga defense. And, oh, good feed. And what better defense there by the Jayhawks as Archduke Smith was about to slam that. And now Kansas can sort their offense out. Good feed to Ty Terrell. Missed it and rebounded by Archduke Smith, who is another highly touted draft prospect coming up. Played a lot of his basketball at Florida State and played his last 2 years at Gonzaga as Gomez Saxon nearly got that attempt to go. That would have been a nice little clip right there for the sophomore from Florida. Good little feed to Ty Terrell as he slams it down, and Kansas only down by a pair. Now, with both teams playing so up-tempo, it's a little bit surprising to see it be this low scoring, even though it's not super low scoring. Connor Adams and does not get it to go. Coach, your thoughts so far in the game?
I think it's been a back and forth game. Kansas is adapting to what Gonzaga's given them, and Gonzaga's proving that they're not just some little old team from the WCC as they have so many times.
Absolutely. Archduke Smith draws the foul on Nikolai Zelikov, and he will go to the line for a pair of free throws. And a whole bunch of substitutions now taking place for both teams. Archduke Smith, longtime collegiate player. One of the big faces of Florida State when Coach Knight was there. And now one of the main veterans of this Gonzaga team alongside Caleb Hammer. He got that first one to go. Second one, clean. So, Emory Hutchins now on the ball, as there have been substitutions in the backcourt. So now it's Matt DuRussell and Emory Hutchins in for TJ Butler and Kean Watermelon. And by the way, those two are also very solid and could really start on majority of teams in the country. But so far at Gonzaga, they've played the part. They've looked really good. Kansas keeping up. It's been a fairly solid game so far. As DuRussell is going to inbound it to Maxer. And Maxer, another talented senior. DuRussell, three-pointer, bang! Good shot right there from Matt DuRussell. Longtime program player for the Jayhawks. Finally getting this time to shine. And we have eclipsed the halfway point in the first half. And, nearly recovered there by Kansas, but Jordan Hightown with the active hands. Parker, jumper, got it. Again, kind of wish that the stream was not as laggy. Really got to restart my laptop more often. And that one's turned over. DJ Parker gets the end of that one. Hightown draws the foul on Oral Wyatt, and Hightown will head to the free throw line. And Jordan Hightown was actually the starting center after DeAndre Markell went down. But Coach Caden said, you know what, we're going to roll with the Ohio kid and Connor Adams. And he's done very well so far in the postseason. Hightown from Texas, he'll miss that first free throw. Hightown has always been more of a depth kind of player, a serviceable depth player. And he still will be, as I believe he's a sophomore. Good free throw there, so he at least gets one. 7.5 to go in the first half. Gonzaga up by 4. And they're not being shy about this pressure. Trying to throw Kansas off their game. Jumper is off, although that's rebounded. And missed again. Now it's Ken Watermelon. Hutchins. Renegade drives in on him. Through the contact, gets it to go. Rex Renegade. The 5-star freshman coming off the bench. Ken Watermelon free 2. He'll always take that after the Gonzaga defense overplayed that pass. The last Final Four spot up for grabs. One of these two is headed to Houston. Otis West does not get it to go. The true freshman. And here we go. Kansas back on the O. Maxer. And what in the world? I think Coach Mediger just saw that and is like, oh, well, all right, at least we get the ball back. Subs made. Archduke Smith comes off. Some others come back on for Kansas. Patrick Vincent with the 3. Big shot right there from the senior. Who's been a long-serving player for Coach Caden. And what defense right there by Kansas. By Gonzaga. Looked like Oral Wyatt had himself a free dunk. But no, denied. Now it's DJ Parker to Patrick Vincent, and it missed. A surprising miss there by Patrick Vincent. And here comes Nikolai Zelikov and this Jayhawks offense. Only have 20 points with 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Watermelon, 3, missed. Kansas has not been hitting well from 3 so far today. And Gonzaga to Connor Adams, who missed a shot. And Wyatt gets it. And here comes Kansas. Butler to Keen Watermelon. Watermelon now in the corner. Feeds, and that is off the hands of Connor Adams and out of bounds. It's a good shot right there from Patrick Vincent. Pretty looking one too. He's got a nice shooting motion. Here we go, the inbound by DeRussell, and it's off the hands of Hightown, they say, so it'll stay with Kansas. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Let's see who they're going to get it to this time. They'll get it to Joe Maxer. Maxer, what's he going to do with this one? Guarded by Gomez Saxa. Waiting for somebody to get open. He tosses it to TJ Butler. Wow. Surprised that one did not get intercepted by Gonzaga. And he capitalizes. Gomez Saxa. In the Elite Eight last year versus Auburn, he was the hero. He sunk the shot that downed the Tigers and got Gonzaga to the Final Four, where they ultimately fell to Iowa in Indianapolis. And good feed for Archduke Smith, and he could not get that one to go this time. DeRussell to Maxern. And both teams, despite being known for their fast-paced offense, are playing rather slow. Maxer Drives in. Interesting shot. And yeah, no, that was never going to go in. Rebounded by Hightown. And here come the Bulldogs. 4 minutes to go. Gomez sacks it to Hightown. Draws the foul on Maxern, and he will get free throws. A 3-star from Texas. A while back. So far, just 1 point on 1 free throw made of 2. Hightown gets the first one to go. This whole entire day has been tense. All the way around. As Hightown does his job at the free throw line. Really been an eventful day. Iowa outdoes Louisville despite a massive discrepancy in turnovers. And Gonzaga forces the turnover there. Parker to the rim. Oh my goodness, another incredible finish by DJ Parker. Goodness gracious. Little voice crack there, don't mind me. And TJ Butler, watermelon. 3 ball, again missed. Kansas is just not on their game. What worked for them so well in this tournament is just not showing up right now. They needed to. Gomez sacks it. Smith, jumper, got it. Gonzaga up by 11. And this is not the Kansas team that we all know, who played so well in this tournament. Terrell, whoa, what a feed! Now that's a well-executed alley-oop. Even though that ball, it really could have been called a violation there, just because, well, that ball bounced around, might have hit a hand, but no, refs let it go. 9-point lead now for Gonzaga. Zelikov, 3 ball, got it. Slicing into this lead is Kansas, and maybe they'll finally be able to pick up their 3-point shooting. Gomez sacks it. Hammer, Parker, turnaround Jay, horrible miss, and rebounded by Kean Watermelon. Here come the Jayhawks. To TJ Butler. TJ, to Kean. Kean, Maxern, corner 3. No. Rebounded by DJ Parker. 2 minutes to go in this half. Hammer 3. Got it. Big shot right there from the projected number 1 overall pick. Coach, we've approached 2 minutes and a half. Share with me your thoughts on both teams and what could both do better.
Well, Zelikov is keeping Kansas in this game. He's in double digits right now, and he needs to keep on doing what he's doing if Kansas is going to have a chance. And Gonzaga's they're playing together. They're getting the basketball and facilitating well.
They certainly have, although that's a great pass to Ty Terrell. And Kansas need to utilize that passing lane more. It seems like they've figured out a way to get Ty Terrell open down in the paint. Gomez sacks it to Caleb Hammer. Hammer to Adams. Adams somehow got that one to go. That kind of surprises me there. Good feed. Zelikov jumper. Sinks it. 13 points on the day for Nikolai. And we are under a minute left in the first half. And as things stand right now, Gonzaga will secure the return trip to the Final Four. Gomez sacks it. As the shot clock winds down, and so does the play clock of the first half. Hammer gets it to go. Shot clock is off for these Jayhawks. TJ Butler and this Kansas team, what can they do? Maxer. Good feed. Zelikov flips it up. Under 20 seconds to go. Gomez sacks it. 10 seconds, less than 10 seconds, excuse me. to DJ Parker. Parker, 3-ball. No. Rebounded by Terrell, and he's just going to heave this one. And no. Short. Gonzaga leads by 7 at the half. And like you said, Gonzaga's been playing more so like a team. But it's been Nikolai Zelikov that's been keeping the Jayhawks in this thing. Really. 15 first half points for Nikolai is crazy work. DJ Parker's been playing well. Also, thing with Gonzaga is this. It's not just the togetherness. They are very good at limiting their own turnovers. They've played some of the cleanest basketball I've seen all tournament. And it helps. Only 2 turnovers in one half is unreal work by a team. As Kansas will get us started off in the second half. To Maxer. Butler. Feeds for Zelikov. And the hook will go. Kansas starts off with a bucket. And that's 17 points for Nikolai. He's been great. Gomez Saxon. Trying to make some moves on TJ Butler. Does not bite. Hammer from 3. Misses and rebounded by Ty Terrell. Here come the Jayhawks. It's anyone's game. Anyone's game still. TJ. Gets it to Maxern. Maxern trying to get to the bucket. He does. Great moves by Joe Maxern. It's a 3-point game. And that one was nearly turned over. Hammer, 3-ball. Oh, splash. Caleb Hammer showing off why he's projected to be the top pick in the next draft. TJ. And that's turned over. You had Nikolai at the top of the key. And he tried to feed it to Kean Watermelon, fed it to the Gonzaga defense instead. Gomez Saxon gets the screen from Archduke. Tries to drive in. Stop. 2. Missed. Good defense there from Kansas. And here come the Jayhawks. TJ. To Nikolai. Back to TJ. He'll settle in the corner. What will Kansas do? And they'll turn it over again. This has been a less than ideal game from this Kansas backcourt. Hammer. Guarded by Maxern. Bit of a advantage for Gonzaga as the shot is missed there by Archduke Smith. Here we go. Butler, 3-ball. Oh, horribly missed. And once again, Gonzaga on the run. Tipped, and it is recovered. And they will say no backcourt violation. I'm getting a call real quick from Mrs. Kamish. If you want to carry on with commentary, go for it. But I'll mute myself.
Kansas has the ball, passing it to the left wing. It's out of bounds. Looks like it's off Gonzaga. Kansas will keep the ball. In a moment. Yeah, so Kansas has the ball, they're passing it in. Number 2 has the ball back to 24. Dribbling on the left corner, calling for a pick, and nope, doesn't use it. And that's an interesting shot. He looked like he shot it over the backboard, so Kansas will take whatever they can get right about now. Gonzaga's got the ball on the left wing. Dribbling up, passing it into inside. And good little fade away. Gonzaga's kind of built a consistent 7 to 10 point lead most of this second half. So if Kansas can cut into that a little bit. Passing it from under the goal. Throws it right to Gonzaga, who Kansas gets the ball back and dunks it. Passing it inside. Not got his own rebound, but missed the putback. Heck of a rebound, though, but Kansas got the ball, passing it on up top, passed it to the left corner. A three. He missed it. Gonzaga with the rebound. Dribbling it up court. Pass it to the left wing corner. Backing down.
I'm back, by the way. Miss Kamish finished her little hospital session. Gonzaga draws the foul on TJ Butler. He'll head to the free throw line. Some interesting action I am seeing unfold on screen. I mean, Kansas fighting, but Gonzaga still holding them at arm's length. And Gonzaga, once again, like I said, the hero of last year's Elite Eight game against Auburn, giving Gonzaga some very clutch free throws right now. And he will sink both. And Ty Terrell will inbound it to TJ Butler, but here we go, Gonzaga with this pressure. They want turnovers, they want them now. Terrell, and feeds it to Butler. They get out of that jam, and now it's Maxern. And what an alley-oop, but it's missed. Unfortunate miss right there. Ty Terrell had the look and everything. And Caleb Hammer's going to be called for a charge. That's a big call right there. So Kansas gets the ball back. But with that said, Gonzaga still out in front by a healthy margin. But what can Kansas do on this ensuing possession? Now it's TJ Butler. He hasn't been at his best today, but he's still got time to make the most of it. Although Nikolai Zelkov misses that shot. Here we go, Gonzaga back on the move again. EJS trying to find somebody, finds Archduke Smith, pops a shot and misses it. Both teams seem like they're a little bit cold right now, as Kansas is a little bit more so that, as they haven't scored in a little over 2 minutes. Maxern, Watermelon, feed, it's turned over. Shocking display of offense from Kansas today. Shocking. This hammer crosses Joe Maxer out of his shoes. Shot, missed, but rebounded by Smith, and he throws it down. 10-point lead for Gonzaga, as we have 10 minutes left in the game. By the way, I am expecting a call back from Miss Kamish in a little bit. So, I'll just let you know when I'm getting rung up. Watermelon to Terrell. Watermelon, turn around Jay. No. Kansas has not been themselves tonight. Hammer. Trying to dissect this Kansas defense. DJ Parker, corner three. No. Another rebound by Archduke Smith. He missed that one, but he got it back again. This guy is unbelievable. 12-point lead for Gonzaga. Butler draws the foul on Connor Adams, and he will go to the line for a pair of free throws. And TJ Butler. We all expect him to be back at Kansas for next year, but it seems like he can go pro right now. With that said, not the brightest game for TJB. Every single free throw is crucial. And so far, it seems like Kansas is capitalizing on those opportunities. Renegade perfectly plays the trap. Feed to Hightown. Hightown. That shot is technically out of bounds since it hits the back of the backboard. And so Kansas ball again. And look at Nikolai. 17 points. Great performance. DJ Parker not extremely far behind. He's also played very well. Maxern trying to drive in. Draws a foul. Gets the bucket and the foul. 3-point play opportunity for the senior. And Archduke Smith's going to have to come in for Caleb Hammer. And TJ Butler is subbed off for Emory Hutchins. 6-6 for Joe Maxer. Free throw will go. 7-point lead now only for Gonzaga as Kansas continues to slice into this deficit. Vincent, 3-ball. No. And rebounded this time by Kansas. And here's Emory Hutchins. Kansas with an opportunity to strike again. Emory. To Maxer. Zelikov, corner 3, way off. Unfortunately, that time could not capitalize. Renegade waits for his squad to pull up. He'll back out, reevaluate the floor. Feeds. What a feed to Patrick Vincent, but better defense by Kansas. Knocked it away in time. Here comes Maxern. 3-ball. Oh, near make. But Archduke Smith recovers, and we are officially halfway through the second half of the final Elite Eight game. Turnaround J. Archduke Smith, no. Rebounded by Nikolai. Kansas continues to be given golden opportunities to shrink the lead of Gonzaga's. They need to come up with some buckets ASAP. Hutchins running the point for TJB to DeRussell. DeRussell draws a foul on DJ Parker. Couple free throws coming up. Big opportunity for Kansas to close this lead a little bit more. So, Coach, with 7 minutes and 36 seconds left in this game, quick evaluations of both teams, and, well, have you seen any improvements at all from Kansas?
Kansas just needs to keep on making their free throws. They're doing a good job drawing fouls from Gonzaga. If they keep on making their free throws, they can chip away at this Gonzaga lead. And Gonzaga's playing well. They're still playing together, and they're going to be hard to beat down the stretch.
I absolutely agree. Well, that said, Gonzaga, this is their hardest test yet. And Gomez Saxa is called for the charge, so Kansas gets the ball back. A little too physical there. Watermelon tries to drive in. He does not go though. Surprised the whistle wasn't blown there. It was a lot of contact there. Now he's Patrick Vincent. Looking, scanning, feeds to Caleb Hammer, and is rejected. Great defense, although recollected by Gonzaga, and the shot is missed. Kansas lucky to escape that one without giving up points. TJ Butler 3-ball, got it. It's a 2-point game. It's a 10-0 run for Kansas, and Gonzaga will talk things over. What a game. As we have 6:38 left on the clock. I said it and I'll say it again. It is anyone's game. Anyone's. Well, assuming the role of Coach Caden, what are you telling this Gonzaga squad?
I'm telling them that they've been here before. They know how to win, and that they've beaten really good teams before, and not to calm down and to play loose and play Gonzaga basketball. And if you play Gonzaga basketball, then you will win.
Absolutely. Hammer, 3-ball, way off. But Archduke Smith recollects. He has been all over the glass tonight. All over the place. And that's not going to be a turnover. That'll instead be out of bounds off of Caleb Hammer. So it'll stay with Kansas. And Oral Wide comes off for Nikolai. He's been so impressive so far this game. Maxern will inbound to TJB. And that's off of Caleb Hammer again out of bounds. Here we go, another inbound set. TJB floats it up, and that is out of bounds. Ay. After all of that, that's such a horrible shot to take. Gomez Saxa heading to the rim. He'll stop for a sec. He's doubled, turns around. Jay, oh my goodness, EJS. And here's Kean Watermelon. This Kansas offense needs to get it going. They need to figure it out. Watermelon to Maxern. Maxern trying to find somebody open. They'll find TJB. TJB's doubled. To Zelikov. 3. Oh my gosh. Whoa. What an unreal shot there from Nikolai. As we have 5.5 left in the game. Parker in the corner. Going to dribble around. Connor Adams feeds. Misses the bucket. And here come the Jayhawks. TJB to Maxern. Maxern 3. Oh, that would have been sick if he got that one in. But here comes Gonzaga the other way. Another missed opportunity for Kansas. Might bite them. Hammer. Dribbling. Feeds. Smith. You betcha. Less than 5 minutes to go. Gonzaga holding on to this lead as best as they can. TJ Butler waiting for somebody. He'll get Nikolai. Nikolai. Maxern. Maxern misses. It's not been the best of games for Joe Maxern. And Gonzaga with 4.5 minutes left. If they can get another bucket, they'll feel a lot better about their chances to make it to Houston. Connor. Hammer. Waiting for somebody. Feeds to Parker. Parker gets it to go. What offense from the Bulldogs. Great ball movement. Kansas needs an answer fast. TJB. Nikolai. 3. No. And Kansas all of a sudden has lost it on offense. Horrible time to go cold. And Gonzaga can slowly start to wrap this one up. DJ. To Gomez Saxon. Get all this movement off the ball. Hammer from the corner. Screen set. Shot clock winding down. Jumper. Cold-blooded Caleb Hammer. This Gonzaga team staring into the face of Kansas and not backing down. Watermelon 3. They needed that one badly. 3 minutes to go. Gomez Saxon. Trying to drive in on TJB. No success. Jumper. Nails it. Gonzaga has caught fire. And, oh, that was nearly turned over. Great save by TJ Butler. They really need to draw something up on offense. TJ. To Kean. Watermelon. 3-ball. Got it. Now they need to stop. They need to find a way to stop this Gonzaga offense on multiple possessions. Gomez sacks a deep three. No way. Rebounded by Terrell. Here comes Kansas. Watermelon to TJB. Whoa! But that was amazing defense by Kansas, and they're going to say out of bounds. Kean Watermelon tried to save that one, but he stepped out of bounds himself. And that'll be Gonzaga ball with a little bit over 2 minutes to go. And Caleb Hammer nearly had himself a free walkway to the bucket. Connor Adams, jumper, sinks it. This Gonzaga team is cold-blooded. Kansas is on their lifeline. Great pass to Ty Terrell. And Kansas still remains in the fight. Stops are needed, though. Gomez Saxon tries to drive in. Kick it. Archduke Smith, jumper. No. Rebounded by Watermelon. Kansas. TJB. It's Watermelon. 3 ball. Got it. Big shot right there. Here we go. Gonzaga up by 2. Kansas just needs one more stop to give themselves an opportunity to at least tie the game. Pass. What a pass to Caleb Hammer. Kansas needs to hurry. 1 minute to go. TJ Butler. Kean Watermelon. To Ty Terrell. Terrell to Nikolai. Maxern. TJB. Back to Maxern. Maxern. 3. Got it. 1 point game. It's all coming down to the wire. Gonzaga. They might start getting fouled soon, though. It's getting close to that time. Hammer. Shot. Oh, my goodness, what a make. Timeout, Kansas. What a game we have on our hands. Coach, talk to me. Your instant reaction. If he's still there. I don't think he's on now, actually. No. No, he's... Oh, coach is here. I'm just not hearing him right now.
It went out for a second. Did I miss something?
Yeah, you did. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna call from the missus. I'll be right back.
Kansas with the ball. Shot clock, I think, is off. 3 for the tie. Tied it up. What a shot. We are tied. 20 seconds left. Gonzaga won't use a timeout. Will they wait till the end of the...
They will not.
They won't.
Oh, it was nearly turned over. Smith to feed. Oh. Gomez Saxon with the slam. 10 seconds to go. Gonzaga takes the lead. Timeout, Kansas. Unbelievable. A 3 to tie it, and then Gomez Saxon with the slam. He could be the savior back-to-back seasons. Oh my goodness. What a game we have on our hands. Coach, what kind of player are you drawing up for Kansas if you're in the Kansas of Coach Sue's?
I think you just get the ball to TJ Butler and go right straight to the rim and get whatever shot you can take. Draw a high pick and roll.
Hang on, time is running out. Maxson loses the ball. They only have 1.1 seconds. It'll stay with Kansas.
Jack up any shot now.
They got to take any shot here. It's all coming down to the wire. Maxson, Ty Terrell, jumper. No, he missed. Gonzaga's headed to the Final Four. The game-tying jumper missed by Terrell. And all 1 seeds have made it to Houston. Heartbreaking end for Kansas. We were so close to having overtime basketball for the first time this tournament. And it is done. That is not the Final Four matchups. It is the other way around. And again, that'll be fixed. What a finish. Oh my gosh. Gonzaga, by the skin of their teeth, are Final Four bound. What an unreal finish to the round. And oh my goodness, the field is set. Iowa versus Alabama, Duke versus Gonzaga. Oh my goodness. I think this is the first time in a long time that all 1 seeds have made it to the Final Four. Wow. Well, with that being said, Coach, your final reaction on this on this game, and then also just overall for this Elite Eight, which was unreal.
Heartbreaking for Kansas. Kansas made a furious comeback at the end, and then to go out like that sucks. But I mean, all 4 games were competitive in their own right. Some of the games ended up being double-digit losses, but even those games were closer than that. So really competitive Elite Eight this season.
It was a fun Elite Eight to watch. Yeah, just wow. Wow. I have no words. I genuinely have no words except just to keep it short and sweet because the world famous Mrs. Kamish is waiting for a call back from me. Fellas, this was nuts. This entire Elite Eight was very, very memorable, and it will go down in the history books. All 1 seeds have made it to the Final Four, so it'll be a true slugfest between the powerhouses. And I can't wait to see who makes it to the national championship game. Thank you, everybody, for watching. To those that have watched every single game today, thank you very much for showing your support and sticking with us. Cannot wait to get things going for the Final Four, but with that said, a lot needs to be prepped. Graphics, this and that, the presentation, it's all going to be important. Just keep an eye out for any sort of announcements or dates, whatnot. Keep an eye out. Coach, thank you very much for accompanying me this entire day. It was a massive honor to have you beside me for all of this action.
All right, thank you for having me.
Absolutely, sir. And to everybody, especially to the coaches, players, and fans of the Iowa Hawkeyes, of the Duke Blue Devils, the Alabama Crimson Tide, and the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Have a wonderful night, and see you all in Houston. Good night.